What Trump's charisma has wrought. In recent years, no modern president has highlighted the irregular and adaptable nature of politicians as much as Donald Trump. His rise has tilted the entire Republican Party, forcing politicians and voters alike to rearrange themselves around his personality and agenda. A striking example of this shift is Senator Lindsey Graham, whose career offers a blueprint for what the new GOP looks like. Dr. Seth Maskett, a political science professor at the University of Denver, explains that Graham was once one of Trump's fiercest critics in 2015 and 2016. But within a year, he had carved out a new role for himself as one of the former president's closest friends and allies. Even after aligning with Trump, Graham maintained his hawkish stance on U.S. military interventions, keeping his vote on Ukraine in line with his principles, yet he made many compromises to sustain his influence within the party. The adaptability that Graham shows is not an isolated case. Many Republicans, including Ted Cruz, shifted their positions in the wake of Trump's tenure, revealing a broader pattern of political re-evaluation once the new power structure was in sight. But Graham's transformation is arguably the most visible. Theft of his earlier skepticism followed by a new alliance encapsulates how politicians can roam the same political terrain while changing their banners. At a gathering in Greenville, South Carolina, later in Trump's first term, Graham faced a growing public curiosity about how such a dramatic pivot could happen. When asked, he famously replied, "What happened to me? Not a damn thing." The comment underscored a central truth for many politicians: by becoming a Trump ally, I'm still in the game. The phrase captures the idea that maintaining power and influence often supersedes earlier stances. What Graham and Trump together reveal about politics is the tension between adaptability and principle. The article also contrasts Graham's path with that of Mitt Romney, who in 2016 was equally outspoken against Trump but chose a markedly different route after 2017. Romney remained in the Senate during the first part of Trump's term and often highlighted the president's anti-democratic tendencies. He even became the only Republican to vote for the conviction of Trump in both impeachment trials. That contrast offers a counterexample that some politicians may cling more tightly to traditional principles. This distinction highlights the complexities behind political strategy. Some are willing to accommodate newfound power structures, while others defend the status quo. The underlying cause, according to Maskett, is the sheer hunger for influence within the GOP once Trump's charisma had shifted the party's trajectory. In sum, the Trump era has forced a fundamental rearrangement in the Republican Party. Politicians like Graham have shown that shifting allegiance can be a viable path to continued relevance. Meanwhile, figures such as Romney demonstrate that clinging to principle remains a realistic, if increasingly rare, alternative. The evolving dynamics underline how political adaptability and principle can coexist, and sometimes clash, within a rapidly changing political landscape. That is what Trump's charisma has wrought. Thank you for listening. See you next time for more analysis on how politics moves beneath the headlines.